Hey everyone, this is Osamu Wakabayashi from Zen Ideas. Today I want to show you how to create a member directly, something like this. And the data is actually coming from FluentCRM, or you can use any SQL data table to display users' information like that. And then, so I'm going to be using JetEngine plugin to make this happen. So let me show you something here. This is Fluent CRM, and then I have address here. So let's say I'm going to type 555, and then change to let's say change the name of the street, and also even like change the um, name of the city like that. And you can change any field like this. And I'm going to just hit update, and then let's refresh this page. So it changed the address, and then name of the city too. And you can, as a matter of fact, you can put any information on the field like this from Fluent CRM. Now for this tutorial, you will need Fluent CRM right here, and then JetEngine plugin. So right here. Okay, so first you need to create a new query, custom query. So if you haven't done it, so go to add a new. I already created, so I'm going to just hit edit, and then take you through the inside here. Okay. So I just named the CRM subscriber. And then, so the query type, so you're going to pick SQL/AI query. Okay. So this is the one. All right. Now, let me just take you through to data table. So I have a plugin called SQL Buddy. So go to tool, and then I'm going to just open up with a new tab. So here, like you can see all the data table here. And then, so Fluent CRM subscriber information is stored in subscriber here, right here. Okay, WPFC subscribers. Okay, so I got the 24 record here. So I'm going to just hit. So as you can see all the data here, right? Now you can see that. Now this is user ID, so this is WP user ID, and then next to it, it's ID. So Fluent CRM generates a separate ID number. So let's go to custom SQL query, and from table. So you can actually pick any table, but again, FC subscriber, because I want to use Fluent CRM subscribers information. So pick this, and I'm gonna actually don't. I'm gonna just delete that. I'm gonna explain this later. I'm gonna just delete this for now. All right, so that's it. So if you want to just display only Fluent CRM information, this is it. And then just hit update. And then let's take a look at the result. So there's 24 record, right? Okay, so you can see email address, the first name, last name, and address. Okay, so let's go to listing template. So I'm going to just open this up. And then profile, user profile. So I'm going to just edit with Elementor. And I already created that. Now, so here, these are dynamic field. Okay, so let's see. So you're gonna pick up the user, right? So it's gonna post tab user, source. It's gonna be user, and then so now top. So this is email address. As you can see, that's email. So you should be able to see it. Scroll down. You should see a new query. It's called subscriber. Yeah, query CRM subscriber. So you can display anything it's listed here. So here, so I'm going to pick email address. So that's the one. Okay, and then address. So you can pick that. Address line is this one. Yeah. So that line. Right. So that's the address, and then you can do the city. The city is listed here as well. Let's go to display avatar image. So I'm using a dynamic image widget, and go to content, and source is going to be use avatar. Okay, and then so that's not the right one. So that's my face. So we gotta put some key here. Let's see the query below. So let's see. Yeah, it's right here. So avatar. So I'm gonna just copy that, and then user, and then it's going to just put the field. Okay, so that's the right one. And then there's first name, last name here too somewhere. Maybe that's, so this is the one. So we're going to set that as well. First name. Okay, and then here, that's the last name. Yeah, I'm using a dynamic field as well. And last name. Okay, so that works. Now, so do you notice that I still have to display organization and the website. So this is a custom meta field that I created with JetEngine. So let's work on that. So JetEngine, so let's just open up meta box here. And I have created the user meta. Yeah, so I got 3. So I'm going to just display those 2 for this demo. You can create as many as you want. You can display as many as you want. And then here, so that the name ID is your organization CRM. Okay, and another one is displaying web address. So the user, sorry, not user, name ID is just website. Okay, so that's just a simple text field. Now the tricky part is those JetEngine custom user meta is different place, different table. So as a matter of fact, so it's not really a FluentCRM table. It's gonna be WP user meta. So I think this one, and I know probably the second page I opened that. Okay, just hang on. I'm gonna just move on to next page. So your organization CRM, it says Google. Or somewhere there is web address somewhere as well. Maybe next page. Yeah, here's web address. Okay, so that's a meta key, and that's meta value. All right. Now, what I like about JetEngine is so flexible, and as a matter of fact, you can use join. So you can join 2 tables, right? So here you turn this on, and then join table. So I'm going to add a new. So the first one is join type is going to be inner join, okay? And then join table. So that was WP user meta. User meta. Oh, here. Okay, so that's a user meta. So pick that. And then when a current table column, so that's going to user ID. So the user ID has to be matched so that when the current table, so the user meta table ID match to the other one, which is FluentCRM subscriber, not ID though, because FluentCRM generate different ID number. So we have to pick a user ID for this. So when they matched, okay. And actually, I'm going to have another one because this is for organization name, and then another field I want to display is website. So same thing. Actually, I can just duplicate that, right? So just to duplicate it. Okay. Yeah, because using the same table and the same ID number here. Okay, so next one is we have to add new clauses. Okay. And the first one, we want to display organization name. So we got to find out the meta key. So this is user meta key, right? So meta key is equals to the value. Let's just go here. Let's go back here. Yeah, so the meta key is your organization. So I'm just copy this. And then equals to your organization. And the type, we can just put the character for that. And the next one is, so I'm going to just duplicate that. Okay. So the second one is the same. User meta equals to, I think it's the website. Oops, Japanese website. So let's just go here. And I think the third page is, yeah, so the website. So that's the website address. So that's meta key is website. So meta key equals to website. Okay. And then let's hit update. All right, now scroll down. Now next one is include columns. Okay, so so we have to include columns whichever you want to display. So I'm gonna just use we need the user ID and then subscriber's first name. last name, and I think email, and also address one, and the city. Again, if I mean, you can select, if you want to select, you can select all. And also those meta. So I think I have to include meta ID, and then meta value. So meta value, that's right. So, and then the second one is a user ID, and then meta value number 2. So this is website. Okay, I think that's it. So let's just hit update. All right, so let's troubleshoot here. So the result, it's 0. So what's wrong here? Oh, okay. So it's here. This is gonna be okay. So user meta key value. So user meta 2. Okay. So because that's the here 2. Yeah. Now it's got 23 here. Okay. So let's save this. All right. So let's go to let's refresh this page. Okay. So now it's showing. Okay. Here we go. So so dynamic field, subscriber, and then address. Probably I have to do this again. Let's go scroll down, and then that's address line here. Okay, and then the city name. So it's over down there. City right here. Okay, and then here avatar. It's not really showing. Oh, I didn't probably include a column here, so that's why. So let's go back to let's save this first, and then go back to query. So I'm going to include a column here, avatar. Yeah, here, so avatar. So probably, yeah, so avatar here. So now I can just copy this, copy that, and then go to editor and then paste it. Oh, okay, here we go. Yeah, that should work. And then first name, last name. Here. So it must be. Yeah, so the first name and then last name. Okay. All right, so let's hit the update. All right, so that's the directory page here. Or just so you know here, like if you're new to JetEngine, so after creating, so it's called listing grid, listing. So this widget, you just grab and drop here, and then so I can show you. Yeah, so listing, so you can just pick a listing. If I can just delete that. So because I created a listing called user profile here, so you just pick that. And then I made it the 2 columns. In this case, you can make it 3 columns, whichever you want. But I think 2 columns works fine. Hit update. And so I'm gonna update this Liz May just to test it out. So let's go to view page. Okay, so here. Now let's go to CRM. Yeah, let's put some photo here, right here. Let me just insert that. And then, okay, looks like update, but let's hit update and then refresh this page. And here. And the good thing about it is because JetEngine, you can create a profile builder and you can create a member account page like this. And then, so this is I logged in as a Liz, as a member. So she can change her information and update the profile. And as an example, so she can change that. So let's say 111 and then the city name, Toronto, and any information here. So let's change that to Apple, and then website address is apple.com. Okay, and then hit update. And now watch this information. I'm going to refresh. And then see 111 Toronto Apple Apple.com, right? Yeah, it was a bit complicated, but you can achieve this with JetEngine. You can pull any information from SQL table. I hope this video is helpful, and I see you next time.